everyone. So today, even though I had a lot of stuff to do, I just look at this air dry clay or cold porcelain that I had. It's one that I had since Halloween. I did a few pumpkins with it and it was about to get hard, so I didn't want that. And today I saw it started a new Chinese year and they usually use tangerines or mandarins as a good luck gift, or it's a tradition. And I always wanted to do tangerines, so I started doing that with this clay. As you can see, I'm doing some indents with this silicone tool, and right now it looks like a pumpkin, but I'm trying to do the indents a little deeper so they can be more prominent. And well, this is cold porcelain that I did myself. I'm still trying new recipes, but it's pretty much good. And this one, I didn't want to use it for this because it has a little bit of glitter. I don't know if you can see it, but I think it's just a project for me, so it's okay. And with this tool, I'm basically just doing some lines. You want to create like a texture, even though we will be covering that by the end. So try to make as much as you can. It doesn't matter if it's not realistic enough. But with these ones, I'm not going for a very realistic look. My style. I don't know if I have a style, but it's not super realistic. Sometimes it is, but I mean, it's just fun for me. It just has to look cute. And I basically continue doing that until, you're happy with the shape. Here, I had like an hour to do this tutorial video thing, so that's the time I give it, but you can take more time to do it as you want it. So I left that aside to get a little bit dry. Cold porcelain starts to dry a little bit, so here I have another color that I also had that it was about to get dry, so I'm going to use that for the peel of the tangerine. And I'm here just grabbing little quantities of the dough and basically doing it for fun. I'm not being technical about it. So I flatten a little bit of that dough and I'm going to put it just on the bottom, as you can see right now. I didn't use any glue or anything, but I recommend to put a little bit of white glue right there. And this is so soft. That's one thing I'm loving about cold porcelain. Like, it doesn't hurt to use it your hands. Right now, because it's winter where I live, the polymer clay is pretty hard, and with cold porcelain it's so soft and it feels so nice. So here I ripped apart a little bit of the peel so it looks, like when you eat one, you usually take a little bit of the skin and you start to eat it or something like that. But yeah, so then with this tool I start to create like a ripped effect with it. It's not texture like the cake, it's more like a ripped apart. So I'm doing that. And all the clay that I'm putting aside, I'm going to use on the other tangerines that I have on the background. So yes, pretty much that. So it's a fast do-it-yourself kind of project for today, even though I'm a little bit late for this celebration. Here I'm flattening it, the bottom a little bit, and creating, usually it has like a little bit of marks, or maybe that's the top only, can't remember. But anyways, I start to put some texture on the peel or the skin with this brush, and I'm going to be doing that on the entire skin of the fruit. I don't know if you like tutorials where I talk. My English isn't so good, but please let me know. I will put the translation so you can listen in other languages, so let me know. I like some feedback. And with the tool I mark a little bit of the bottom, and I'm going to leave this aside for a bit so it dries a little. If you have a sunny day, I recommend it to put it a little bit on the sun. This one has dried for a bit, so I'm going to add this mix that is basically called porcelain, diluted with white glue. It's a little bit yellowish, so I'm going to put that on the center of the fruit and then get as close as possible to the skin of the fruit. And I'm just doing this with the tool that I have. Go bit by bit all around the fruit so you can cover it and make it look like it's, the white yellowish part of the fruit. So you don't have to, this is like a basic version for the tutorial, because there are some tangerines where you have to use the two colors to wrap the skin around, but now I decided to skip that and just use this as my, paint and the fibers that you have on the fruit. So I'm doing that all around. The consistency is a little bit, I don't know how to describe it, sticky, kind of like when you touch white glue. So that kind of texture. So once I'm done doing all around the fruit, now I'm going on the lines of each of the parts of the, the separations. I don't know how to say the name in English, but on each line. So I'm going to do that. Take your time. When you're doing this type of crafting, you have to enjoy it. So take your time, be patient, and practice a lot. If you let me know in the comments, I will make a tutorial to make this kind of glue mix kind of icing thing that I use. This is one of my mayo that I use for other projects, but I think it works perfect for this. So yeah, it's a little bit yellowish. So yeah, once you finish doing all that, I'm going to with my finger grab a little bit of my mix and you tap it on the fruit to create, those type of fibers of the fruit all around. And I have to be honest, I watched a tutorial, last year, I believe. I'm going to put the link on the description where I saw the technique. Basically, it's exactly what I'm doing. And I thought it was pretty smart and looked pretty good. So this is not something that I came up with. I watched a tutorial from another creator and I thought it was pretty cool. So if you want to watch it, I'll leave it below. And yes, I hope you enjoy this little craft for these tangerines for Chinese New Year, or just if you are an enthusiast of this fruit. Thank you so much for watching, and here's other one that I did with more color. But yeah, thank you and see you around.